Tyler Robinson.
It has been a grueling 4 days for Erica Kirk, and today, when that graphic evidence against her husband's accused assassin played out in court, she broke down into tears.
Fox's Claudia Cowan at the courthouse in Provo.
Now, the courtroom camera is not allowed to show Erica Kirk, but our reporter in the courtroom says that when prosecutors showed text messages between Lance Twiggs and Tyler Robinson discussing Robinson wanting to get a hunting rifle, and later when Robinson talked about trying to retrieve the rifle he had left near campus but feared an officer might still be there, Erica started audibly crying. She was comforted by Charlie's mom, Catherine, who had her hand on Erica's arm. She was also in tears. And Tyler Robinson's mother, Amber, also wiping her eyes today. Keep in mind, she and her husband helped facilitate their son's surrender the day after Charlie Kirk was killed.
Prosecutors also playing a redacted videotaped interview with Twiggs, the former roommate and lover, who says Robinson told him the day after the September shooting he wished he had not done it. This week's hearing is for the judge to decide if there's enough evidence for a trial. 2 U.S. officials just confirming to Fox News the U.S. military has not carried out any strikes on Iran in the last few hours. This after reports of explosions. The U.S. has hit Iranian targets for the past 2 nights in response to attacks on commercial ships, and Iran has responded with attacks on several Gulf neighbors who host U.S. forces. President Trump telling reporters early today,
they want to make a deal so badly. I just don't know if they're worthy of making a deal. I don't know that they're going to honor the deal. That's the problem.
Arriving back at the White House during pre-dawn hours from the NATO summit in Turkey. Stocks finished higher. The Dow up 139 points at the bell, a partial rebound from yesterday's sell-off. America is listening to Fox News.
Point!
Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down.
Ace!
You're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
A former U.S. Olympian accused of vandalizing the renovated reflecting pool on the National Mall enters a plea.
67-year-old David Hearn entered a not guilty plea in a brief appearance in federal court. The former Olympic canoe racer is charged with a felony count of destruction of property, accused by federal prosecutors of deliberately ripping the liner from the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool on June 19th. The case has become a political lightning rod, with President Trump alleging vandalism is responsible for peeling paint and algae, marring a $16 million upgrade to the reflecting pool. Hearn says he reached into the pool to examine coating already peeled and touched a chunk attached to the side of the pool. A federal judge released Hearn while he awaits trial. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
A judge in Ohio just granting a preliminary injunction for 24 men's and women's college basketball players who are suing the NCAA for eligibility. They're claiming the new age-based model unfairly shuts them out of further competition. Today's ruling allows a chance to enter the transfer portal as preparation for trial continues. A new global ranking of livable cities has some familiar winners and no American cities in the top 10.
Copenhagen is once again the world's most livable city, according to the Economist Intelligence Unit's annual Global Livability Index. The ranking scores 173 cities on stability, healthcare, education, infrastructure, and culture. Vienna finishes second, followed by Melbourne, Sydney, and Zurich. No U.S. city cracks the top 10, although New York records one of the biggest improvements in this year's rankings. Researchers say the highest-ranked cities offer a combination of strong public services, reliable infrastructure, low crime, and easy access to health care.
Fox's Matt Murphy. Recapping stocks, the Dow up 139, the NASDAQ up 336. I'm Lisa Brady. Fox News.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Yo! What's up? How are you? ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Quintern, the intern, is here as well. I'm back, baby. I'm back.
You are never allowed to leave again.
No? Why not?
Oh, my gosh. Let me just say,
no.
The amount of stuff that happened while you were gone.
Uh-oh.
All right?
I don't know any of this. So
are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. I mean, the building's still standing.
Listen, we were fine here. The United States of America got their tails kicked in.
Yep.
My snake escaped its cage and was lost in the house. I left my iPad on top of my car and drove off, and it got ran over by about 5 cars.
Did that really happen, Quinn?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I heard about the snake. I didn't
that
hear
happened.
About the iPad.
Yep, that was going down. We missed about 3 hours on our podcast because I just forgot to hit record a couple of times, and our pets' heads are falling off.
Well, I'm glad to be back, sir.
So I'm glad you're here.
I think you did all right then, all things considered. I also noticed we lost 4 or 5 followers on Twitter, but those are probably just bots. You know, no big deal.
I'm trying to think if I said anything that would have lost us followers, but that can't be it.
I haven't looked at the text club. I totally unplugged from anything work related for the most part. So
the text club.
Our text line.
I love that. Let's call it the club from now on.
Yeah, and it is good to be back in the studio. I'm looking at the text club. I'm looking at the text line. Joe in Springfield. Evan with a sweet Red Grange jersey.
Hey, come on.
How about that? Yeah, if you're watching on the live stream, you can catch us right now on Twitter at The Drive 935. Also on YouTube as well. Just search for ESPN 93.5. No, that looks good. Where did you get that, dude?
Facebook Marketplace.
Really?
Yeah, somebody, the best time to hop on Facebook Marketplace in Champaign is May, June, because all of the students are moving out, specifically the international students, and they're just trying to offload as much stuff as they can.
Just trying to get rid of it, yeah.
Yeah, they can't. So
I mean, it's a nice jersey. It's not a knockoff like that.
No, this is the Nike on-field apparel.
Nike jersey, yeah.
Still had tags, $10.
That's killer, man.
You just got to be on at the right time.
Wow.
And, yeah.
Looks fantastic. And where did you get the headband, too? Did that come with the jersey, or did you get that on your... You look like you're about to go practice.
This is what happens when it's 1 billion degrees outside. Really, you have long hair. It's just kind of like, what can I do? I don't necessarily want a hat. Even though I wear a hat.
You do wear hats,
365.
Yes. Uh-huh.
My head's hot, but I want my hair off of me, and so the headband just kind of makes it a little bit easier.
Well, I got to say, you match. It matches the jersey. Yeah. It looks good.
I also just wasn't planning on I haven't been wearing this all day. I just wasn't planning on talking about my outfits. Sometimes I forget that we stream and people actually watch it.
Yeah. Well, Joe's noticed right away the awesome Red Grange jersey, and it is. J Money, hey, where have you guys and gals been in my life? Good to be back with you,
You've
J
been
Money.
Gone for a long time.
Hey, J Money, look at us coming back at the same time. Ty and Assumption, good to be back, sir. Appreciate hearing from you. And we will definitely appreciate hearing from the great one as well. I'm back in studio, and the great one, Kyle Tosk from Illini Inquirer, going to hop on with us right around 4:05, 4:10 this afternoon. And so that'll be good to talk with Kyle because there's still plenty of Illini hoops news to discuss, sir.
Yeah.
And, well, let's go ahead and, here, let me get up it's been a minute since I've done this. Let me see if I can find it.
Illini headlines on ESPN 93.5.
No headlines last week.
Oh. Well, that's all right. You were busy. You were doing other stuff. The date is set for what I would say is the premier non-conference college basketball game of the upcoming season. Illinois and UConn. We knew they were going to play. Now it is official. Friday, December 4th at the United Center in Chicago. The rematch from the Final Four, baby. All current Illinois men's basketball premium and season ticket holders and iFund members are going to get an email next week from the Illinois ticket office with the opportunity to order tickets for this rematch. Tickets go on sale to the general public at a later date. We're going to talk plenty about this matchup, summer ball, and all things Illini basketball with Kyle about an hour from now. Some other Illini basketball news. Women's basketball news. Head coach Shauna Green announced the addition of Morgan Baptist to the program That was yesterday. Baptist, a true freshman, has signed a Big Ten Athletics 8 agreement with the U of I and is set to join for the upcoming 26-27 season. She's a 6'4" forward from Kankakee. She began her prep career at Kankakee High School in 22 and 23 before graduating from Example Academy, where she was attending from 23 to this past season. Baptist joins fellow Illini Jasmine Brown-Hager and Mia Zanier as Example Academy graduates, as well as Destiny Jackson and Divine Barrage playing on the Example Sports AAU squad. Our friend of the show, she also happens to be the Illinois soccer head coach, Katie Holtine, announced the addition of Eric Rosich as an assistant coach to her staff yesterday. Comes to Illinois after serving the same role with the Minnesota Aurora this past season. In his lone season in Minnesota, the Aurora achieved the #1 national ranking in the USLW League, winning the Heartland Division with a perfect 12-0 record and an impressive 37-1 goals for allowed ratio in the regular season. And finally, from golf, Illini men's golfers Ryan Vaughan and Max Herendeen were named to the College Sport Communicators 25-26 Academic All-America at-large team. The association announced that yesterday, that Vaughan garnered a first-team nod. Herendeen was voted onto the second team. And my friend, those are your Illini headlines.
Missed that. That was good.
Thank you. Joe says you need to shave your head. You think you need to shave your head? You got the good hair, Evan. I don't think you need to mess with it.
That's a negative.
No.
That'll never happen.
No, I think there have been days when I'm looking at my head going, should I just end it? Is it here? Is it over? Should I just end the hair?
Should
it's
I
all
just
over.
End it?
Should I just let it go? But alas, I keep fighting the fight with the same haircut I've had since I was probably 16. It's just a little thinner here and there in spots.
Yeah.
Kids will do that to you, but you still got the hair flowing, buddy. You look
right?
good.
Yeah, well, here's what had happened was is when I lived in Colorado, I had a barber that I loved.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to just go to, Supercuts or something.
Uh-huh.
No offense.
Oh, is this because I go to Great Clips? You know I go to Great Clips.
Do you really?
You know I go to Great Clips.
I don't
That's
know
what
you go to Great Clips.
You know I go to the Great Clips and whatever the one is in the Walmart in Savoy. You know where I go to cut my hair.
I don't, but it looks great.
Thank you.
I had a barber that I loved in Colorado, and then we moved here, and it took me about a year. It's a very intimate, personal thing to get your hair cut.
Sure.
And I found a barber that I love. Shout out Hector. And then, just so inconsiderate, he moved back to Chicago to be by his family.
Ah.
And that was about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and I've gotten one haircut since. And I didn't like it, and now I'm scared to go back anywhere.
Dominic from Broadlands on the text line just left Great Clips. They do great. That's right. That's why they're Great Clips.
That's what I said.
That's why they're Great Clips, Dominic. I'm with you. That's where I go there, man.
They're great.
And they have a nice little computer system, so if you go to a different Great Clips around the country, and they're like, what's your name? And I go, I'm Curtis Allen. Oh, what's your birthday? You tell them your birthday or something like that, phone number. You like the one guard on the side and the finger length on top. And I go, yes, I do. And please give me the shampoo afterwards. I'm not here to leave with a bunch of itchy hair on me,
Yeah.
Wash me off.
Well, the thing that, Hector was incredible. J Money knows Hector.
How about that?
Hector was incredible, but you knew that it wasn't just a haircut. It was an experience.
With Hector?
You'd have an appointment at 9 o'clock. You'd get there at 8:50. You'd get in the chair by 9:45, and you'd be done by 11:15.
Quinn's laughing over there.
Sorry.
Nice to don't apologize. It's good to hear from you, Quintern, the intern.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty funny.
You'd
It's
argue.
not punctual at all.
No, because you'd be
not punctual. It's not
be
punctual.
Talking sports life, arguing about something. The person who's in front of you, you want to be the first appointment of the day.
With Hector?
Well, yeah, with any real barber, you want to be the first appointment of the day because it's only late after that.
Yeah.
So because you start chopping it up, and then all of a sudden you're an hour behind schedule.
It's like that movie Barbershop, with Ice Cube and Cedric the Entertainer. It's a real barbershop, Not Carmen in Fisher says, holler at the OG Carmen from Fisher. She'll take care of you, Evan. How about that?
All right. Well, maybe. I'm scared. I have had bad experiences at barber. Like if it's a barber shop where. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Uh-oh.
I've had bad experiences with white barbers.
What?
Listen. Yeah. And usually what happens is they got some sort of like a handlebar mustache, and they got what is that show? The English Gangsters was Cillian Murphy.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of the show, but yeah.
Yeah, they all got that haircut.
And there's a million memes of him smoking the cigarettes.
Yeah.
And you got to be loyal, but
and
tough.
I will go into those barbers, and J Money says same thing. I will go in and I'll be like, hey, this is what I'm feeling right now, and they'll be like, okay, no. And then they just start cutting your hair, and you're like, oh, I guess this is what I'm going with.
Kind of like when you go to somebody's house for a cookout, and they're like, hey, how do you want your steak? And they know they're going to grill them all the same
it's
way.
all the same way.
Everybody's getting medium well no matter what. You're
Yeah.
not getting anything special.
I had one barber say that, no, you don't want that. I'm going to go ahead and hook you up. And I'm like, I know what you're going to do to me. Like, I know you're not hooking me up. It's like, one haircut. Like what? Yeah. I don't know. So then when I found
one haircut,
and that's not all white barbers. It's just a couple of them that I've run into.
You know
and
what?
I'm afraid to go back. So R.I.P. Hector. He's not dead. He's just in Chicago.
Jeez.
And maybe I will make a trip up north here soon to get a fresh little cut.
Ty from Assumption says, hey, Evan, make the drive. See what I did there? Over to Forsyth and check out Commodore Barber Company. Yes, I'm shamelessly plugging them. I get a great haircut and beard trim every single time.
How do you know the CO stands for company?
Lucky guess.
Lucky? What if you're wrong?
Why? What else would it stand for?
Commodore Barber Commodore.
Uh-huh.
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. Thank you so much.
Me for a while.
Yeah, me too. Thank you, Heath. Yeah, that was right out of my brain too. Both knew what the show was, just couldn't think of the name of it.
Yeah, that's
I've had a lot of great luck with female barbers. They do. Yeah, never had a bad experience with a female barber ever.
Yeah, I mean, my barber in Colorado was a female barber.
I used to go see this girl. I don't know if she still has her shop in Champaign or not. Her name is Stephanie. And she had a place called the Little Shop of the Little Shop of Horrors or something like that? I don't know, but she had all sorts of scary movie stuff in her barber shop too, which was right up my alley. I was like, well, this is cool. And then she was like, have you ever done have you ever had a straight razor shave before? And I was like, nope,
but I'm about to.
But I said, she's like, okay. Have to, Curtis. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And then I saw her for like 2 years, and then she moved out of her shop, and I don't know where she is now, but man, she was awesome.
She moved to Champaign.
Yeah.
Or were you going in Champaign?
I was going to see her in Champaign. She had a spot.
Our kids went there.
Really?
It's just all horror, like dolls and stuff.
Yes,
that's
my girl.
where our kids are going for a while.
She was awesome. Mm-hmm. Michael in Charleston says 2.5 hours for a haircut. Come on, go see Ella at Ella's next to, is that Huber's? Yeah, it's Huber's.
Oh, do you know Huber's?
It's been a minute, but yeah, I know Huber's.
Huber's is that's the local spot.
By the way, Ty in Assumption says CO does stand for company, LOL. So I was right about that.
Tomato.
Wade says find a salon with a beautician. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means.
Where do you get your hair done?
Tuscola.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who do you go see in Tuscola? Marissa?
Wait, is there more than one place?
I can't think of her last name right now. I'm so sorry.
Marissa,
if you're listening, I love you.
There's several places in Tuscola, actually.
What is her last name? That's going to drive me nuts.
She's
married now, so it's different.
Peaky Blinders is her last name. Marissa Peaky Blinders.
Marissa Beautician.
Was one of my mom's former students. Oh my goodness, I cannot think of her name.
Does your mom teach haircuts?
No, when she was in elementary school, Evan. Come on.
Oh, long time ago.
I thought you were making a joke like your mom teaches haircuts or something like that.
No.
That's one of your very things that you do.
Yeah. Maybe I need to see a beautician because my son, Judah, the other day says, hey, Dad, he's 10. Let's get into a roast battle. And I was like,
oh, no.
I don't think you want to do that, dude. He's like, no, it's and kids these days, they're just on YouTube shorts and reels, and they have the worst humor. And he's like, no, it's whatever. And he said something about, when I eat, all my food goes to my arms because they're fat. And I'm like, okay, that's not a good roast.
That's not how
true.
it works. No,
that's not how any. He goes, oh, I said, you got to say something that has some like truth and bite to it. And he goes, oh, your beard looks like a World War I battlefield.
Jeez.
And I was like, huh.
Where did that come from?
That one actually kind of hurt a little bit.
That's not very nice, yeah.
He's like, because it's patchy. I was like, okay, don't over-explain it.
You oversold it, pal. You had me before.
You had it.
Just leave me alone now.
But that one kind of hurt a little bit.
Wade says, same lady's cut his hair for 20 years. It is a relationship, and when you find a good one, you try to keep them forever. So I understand. I understand what you're saying with Hector. I get it.
Intimate, which I'm going to give. All right, Jeremiah, I'll give it to you. Full shout out to Jeremiah, who gave me credit for Hector, because he was going to Hector first. We have Jeremiah on at times to talk about the Cardinals, and he hooked me up with Hector, and then, I went there multiple times, dude.
Heath, in regards to my former barber Stephanie, wherever she went, it'd be really cool if she had a Sweeney Todd poster on the wall and you had to stare at it while she gave you the straight razor shave. True story. She had a Sweeney Todd poster. Yeah. I don't remember if it was like something I had to look at during the shave, but she had a Sweeney Todd poster in there.
I got you a gift.
You got me a gift?
Yes. Well, I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Oh, it just jumped out of nowhere.
Me. Yeah, it was a little, I don't know.
Soccer related?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No,
are you by the way, I haven't checked in. Are you doing okay since the other day?
I'm doing better.
Good.
I'm doing better.
That was pretty rough, man.
Yeah.
That was a butt whipping of epic proportions. It was not good.
It was.
We don't have to relive that, though.
We're not
going to. Days. That's fine. Joe in Springfield, my barber when I was a kid, knew one haircut and had Playboys in the drawer next to him where he put the cash. Now, that's a barber right there. That's a classic barber, you know?
Had the little spinning pole out front.
Yeah. That's up there.
They all sat in the chair waiting for you to come in.
Yeah. Blake and Chrisman, I go to Megan's barbershop in Paris. She does great. I think I know that Megan, Blake. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I think I know who he's talking about. Well, yeah, there's a lot, but listen.
How many Megans are there?
1,000. There's 1,000 Megans.
They all spelled differently.
Does Hector still cut hair? Make him make the drive. Or you can make the drive, 217 texter says, rather. You should make the drive if he's up in Chicagoland. Come on, if it's worth it. If you're going to end up hanging out there.
That's what I'm saying. But that's the thing is you drive 2.5 hours up there. You sit in the chair for 6 hours.
It's a whole day.
2.5 hours back. I mean, that's a vacation.
It's a whole day for you.
So, yeah, Hector's still up there getting after it, getting it done. You can find him on the socials.
Maybe you could talk with Hector and be like, my son burned me with my beard, sort of. Said it looked like a World War I battlefield. Can you make it look more like
not
just a nice field, just a nice clean field? That's what we want. 217-359-2255. We are going to talk some sports today. It is good to be back, and the big headline of the day, in case you missed it. We knew that Illinois and UConn were going to have a rematch. Now the date is set, Friday, December 4th at the United Center in Chicago. I'd love to get your thoughts on that, Evan Stone, here in just a moment. And in particular, because things don't always go so well for the Illini at the United Center.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about that. Quinn, the intern's in studio with us. Kyle Tosk on the way at 4:10. And also, I was informed there was no Tuesday draft, but there wasn't a show, right? Cardinals played on Tuesday,
right,
if I remember
preempted.
Correct. Yeah, so we're going to do a draft today, summer blockbusters. We're talking the biggest movies of the summer of all time. Is that where we're going?
Yeah, this
all
is.
Right.
I think summer blockbusters have kind of gone by the wayside a little bit.
We really don't have.
But that was the thing. 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. It's like that summer, that whatever movie was coming out as you were home over summer break, and you're like, that you have to see it in theaters.
Quinn, what movie are you going to pick that has not come out yet?
Oh, that's a great one. I don't even know what's coming.
The Odyssey.
Moana.
Moana's out this weekend.
The live action.
Yeah, with The Rock. That's out this weekend.
Okay,
there you go.
It's got The Rock with hair. Like, how can that be bad? That's got to be good.
Have you seen Scorpion King?
No.
He had hair in that one. What do you mean, have you seen Scorpion King? That movie was great.
Okay.
It was him and Michael Clark Duncan flying through the air. Part of it was.
Anything in that movie was real. That was.
He's been bald his whole life from the start.
It's really, it
never
really
grown
wasn't.
hair
Rocky
once.
Maivia,
yes.
was not bald.
Mm-hmm. But Dwayne Johnson, bald man. We'll talk some Illini and UConn next on The Drive.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent, Michael Rumsey, put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
When time matters, proximity counts. And now you have more options than ever. Fly Champaign-Urbana and start your trip on schedule. With American Airlines and beginning soon, new service on United Airlines, connect through Chicago or Dallas to business centers across the country and around the world, with flights available to book today. Be efficient, be connected, be home sooner. Fly Champaign-Urbana, Willard Airport.
Here's a tip for your next flooring project. Bring your photos to the new showroom at Flooring Surfaces. Our dedicated team can design an incredible look using a showroom filled with the latest fashions and innovations in floor covering, colorful ceramic tiles, performance vinyls, large format porcelains, fine wool carpets. If you saw it on your phone, make it a reality at Flooring Surfaces. Just call 217-398-1990 to schedule your design consultation today.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
Everyone knows when you turn the key and the car won't run? Call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Racing, racing, racing. Come on out to Farmer City Raceway every Friday night to watch racing under the lights. Gates open at 4 p.m., hot lap 6:30, qualifying 7, and racing at 7:30. On Friday, on the track and under the lights, you'll see Farmer City's Lucas Oil late models, $2,000 modifieds, and kids mods. General admission for veterans is $10, adults is $15, and kids 12 and under are free. Friday night lights at Farmer City Raceway. You'll buy the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Looking for bold flavor and a good time just down the road? Head to Smoke and Shine Moonshine Bar and Grill on Route 45 in Tolono, where the food is slow smoked and the fun comes easy. Sink your teeth into tender brisket, juicy pulled pork, mouth-watering wings, and smash burgers done right. And don't miss what locals call the best patty melt around. Pair it all with one of their 28 flavors of moonshine. Happy hours from 3 to 5 and catch live music every Saturday night. For more updates and their full menu, like Smoke and Shine on Facebook.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Welcome back into The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Quintern, the intern, in studio with us. Big story of the day. The date is officially set for Illinois versus UConn. The rematch from the Final Four, Evan Stone. It's going to be at the United Center in Chicago Friday, December 4th. Think you'll make a trip for that one? Friday night?
Fun.
That would be.
Yeah,
Friday in the UC.
Maybe we'll go see Hector.
You could go see Hector, get your hair did before you go to the game. Kyle Tosk, you know, he'll be there with the Illini Inquirer covering it. We're going to talk with Kyle in about 45 minutes. He's going to hop on with us and, you know, just run through the whole rigmarole. Had Quintern, the intern, look up the numbers for us just to make sure we had it right. And the Underwood era at the UC, 3-5. It has not been spectacular when Illinois goes on the road to Chicago. Overall, though, what would you say the record was for the University of Illinois? It's like 38 and something,
38-19.
I mean, that's, you know. So overall, the history of the program, good numbers, but there has been some grumblings about when the Illini leave State Farm Center and go up to the United Center. So how are you feeling about this one?
Well, I feel you're right. You talk about in the Underwood era, 3-5. I'd be fascinated to see, like, what's the biggest win in that 3? I'm drawing a bit of a blank. I mean, last year's
Quinn
game
will get that for us.
Last year's game was a ton of fun.
It was fun.
That was Alabama, right? And go up there, and the place was hopping, and everybody was excited. It was full, and you're like, okay, this is what it should be. Illinois at the United Center should be like.
Yeah,
this is good. And then the disappointing way that game ended, obviously kind of killed the vibes a little bit, but it doesn't seem like they come out with great results when they come down from the United Center, which I'm sure just has to irk Josh Whitman because that's such a big game for, donors, your Chicago fan alumni base, and to get up there with some of the big names and show them off and show the team off and all that good stuff. The fact that you have 3 wins and it's, then they played a conference game up there at one point. That may have been before Underwood, but they played against Ohio State, I think, and lost that game pretty ugly. Yeah.
Quinn, what do you got for us?
The two of the wins they have were Big Ten tournament games, one against Northwestern in 2019.
That's right.
And then one against Ohio State in 2024. And then their only regular season was a 105-70 victory over the Penn Quakers on March 19th of this year. That's what it says.
So that would be during the tournament, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be in the
regular season?
Did they play in the? Was that United Center?
It says it was at the United Center.
Wasn't the first round at the UC?
It was. Well, I guess not regular season, but yeah.
Was it? Why, boy, my brain.
That's what Google says, and Google's never wrong.
Google's never wrong. You can trust Google
because they went to Houston second. So I guess they started in Chicago, then they went down to Houston.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, no good wins.
No good wins.
Not a single good win in the underwear.
Not a single good win under the belt.
Underwear.
Hey, you did get
Underwood era.
Hey, wait a minute.
Underwear. I'm just trying to save time.
I really don't give a daggum where we play.
Well, you should, because when we play at the United Center, it doesn't go well. Yeah. Wait, so they only had one? That doesn't make sense. Because they would have had 2 games. They didn't play in Chicago this year in the tournament. They went out east.
Then Google is lying to me.
Yeah, they went east. Because they would have at least 2 games because they played Penn, but then they also played VCU.
That's true.
And that was for sure that was in South Carolina or North Carolina, Greenville.
Touche.
Guys, I'm thinking
Google's lying to me.
Yeah, Google's messed you up over there, Quintern. I do believe the Big Ten tournament games. I'm genuinely trying to think of one regular season decent win that we've had in the United Center, and I can't think of anything since like 2005. I'm going off memory right now.
Well, that's what we need. That's what we got. Quintern, the intern, in the text line. I appreciate you, 217 texter. You're right. It was Greenville for the first round of the tournament. Evan is correct. 217-359-2255. That's the number for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. That's right, because it would have been the first round. Well, it depended where they ended up bracket-wise, right? Whether or not they were going to get to have that.
Yeah, because the plan was Chicago, St. Louis, Indy.
Yeah, you're right.
And then instead they went Greenville, Houston, Indy.
And that's why they got the incredible win over Houston in Houston.
Yeah,
where the defense was amazing. It changed everything in the tournament. We recall that part.
Worth it.
Yeah, I'd love to get listener feedback on the text line about your feelings because it's one thing to go up there and have a showdown in a game with an Alabama. Cool. That was awesome. It sold a lot of tickets. But you're talking about prime time against a team that is, dare we say, a college dynasty, if there is still such a thing for basketball with UConn and what they've been able to do. And, a team that you struggled with in the Final Four. All things considered, Illinois did play really well in that game with UConn. It boiled down to shots not falling. It was in a very bizarre sequence where Keaton got to the basket 4 times or something like that, and layups aren't falling, and same with Kylan, and you're seeing jump shots that Merck normally drills not going down. Just a very strange shooting performance that night, and it was disappointing how it played out. But this is, nothing's going to equate to a chance to get to the national championship game as far as the regular season matchup goes. Nope. But this is an opportunity to make a big statement if you're Illinois basketball.
Yeah, no, I'm dubbing this game as the biggest game they've ever played. This game's more important than the Final Four game.
Really?
Yeah, because
all right, defend that perspective, sir.
Because if we win it, I get to say we won the more important game. That's all I got. No, this game doesn't matter. I mean, grand scheme of things, sure, seeding, whatever. But I think what we've seen is those massive non-conference games. They really are more for testing yourself versus any sort of, oh, we need this one. It's okay. Who are we? And that's basically what it is. And that's what they did last year. And they, I think, came out on top in the way they tested themselves last year. And I think they can do it again this year. But no, I mean, it's yeah. I don't even know how else to describe it. It's a non-conference game that is important for figuring out who you are as a team.
Sure.
I don't know how important it is for the grand scheme of the season as the whole.
When I look at and we talked a lot before I went on vacation about the non-conference schedule, and like this is the sort of stuff where you're planting your flag and you're saying, hey, we're here. This program's with the big boys for the foreseeable future. That's the whole point of it, right? We're redefining what this program means on the national level. So let's say they get the dub. You beat UConn.
Yeah.
In prime time on a Friday night in early December. What does that do for you as far as the rest of the season? Do anything for you? We're going, okay, national title, because national title is already what people are talking about with everybody coming back.
Right.
So what does this do for you as far as those expectations?
I don't know. We'll have to see, because we'll have to see who UConn is. I mean, they're going to be a completely different team.
Fair point.
Obviously,
yeah, good
Braylon
point.
Mullins and the other point guard that they have, the other guard, Demery.
Yeah.
Silas Demery.
Silas Demery, yeah.
They'll still be there, but almost everybody else is pretty much new, transitioned in, transitioned out. So they're going to be completely different teams. So I'm not sure what I'll be able at this stage to take away from that. Obviously, on a personal side of things, I'm tired of losing to UConn. I'm over
There's
it.
that.
You know, like
there is something to that, man.
It's almost more beat the jersey versus whatever the game actually turns into. Just show that there's no curse against a UConn jersey, because right now that's kind of what it feels like.
To me, it's beat Dan Hurley. I can't stand the guy.
I mean, that's a piece of
Keep
it
going,
too.
Quinter.
He drives me nuts. I don't know what else to say. I think he's ridiculous. I think he acts like a child 99% of the time.
Cook.
And it drives me nuts. We should not be acting like that. And I think it's kind of an epidemic in college basketball coaches, or just college coaches in general. You've seen it with Tom Izzo's acted like a baby a million times. Dan Hurley's acted like a baby a million times. I know. I guess there's Tom Izzo apologists here, so I guess I can't necessarily say that. But you can think of a million coaches that have acted like literal children when they are 40 plus years old, that should be an example, that are leading this team of young college-aged guys that should be an example of what to do, and instead they're out here showing you exactly what not to do, and it drives me nuts.
I love it. Preach, Quintern, says Ty from Assumption. 217-359-2255. I'll give you the one more time. Quinn was ready to throw hands, I think.
I was.
She was fired up. I know something else that'll get you fired up. Here's a little bit of breaking baseball news. Not a good day for the Cubs.
And I watched it happen.
You watched it go down live on your phone or something like that.
On my laptop.
On your laptop. What was the final? Cubs lose to the Orioles this afternoon.
Cubs lost 3-2. They blew a 2-1 lead.
Oof.
And nothing makes me more mad than a blown lead. I can say that a million times over, and it's just the truth.
Cardinals and Brewers are going to be back in action tonight here on ESPN 93.5. First pitch. Yes.
The Cardinals got one last night.
I know.
Sure
it's like
did.
the Brewers lose, and you're like, all right. And then the Cubs lose.
This is the one and only time I would ever root for the Cardinals is to beat Milwaukee, and they've only pulled it off one. It's a 5-game series, and I really thought yesterday, I said, can you imagine if they got swept in 5 games? How often does that happen in history? But they pulled it off last night, so I'll take it.
Well, that's good. And I was going to say, we talked a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
Because Cooper, in our text, we were texting with Cooper.
Oh, yeah, Coop. Yeah,
I officially do. I think I hate the Brewers more than I hate the Cardinals as a Cubs fan.
I mean,
I could
think
agree
I'm
with
there.
that.
I'm there. I think we should all band together against whatever voodoo and soul-selling organization that Milwaukee has up there, and we've gotta kick them in the kneecaps.
You're the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Is that the phrase? I don't know if I'm getting that right or not.
Sure.
But yeah, it's like, we don't trust each other, but we got to work together to take down these no good sons of Brewers.
It's like when you get a mouse problem, so you introduce a bunch of snakes.
Yeah.
Then we're going to take it, but then you got a snake problem.
Right.
So you introduce a bunch of monkeys. And you got a monkey problem.
So then what do you introduce?
You got to bring in a bunch of, panthers.
And you know what? Everybody likes having a few panthers running around the house.
But then you got a panther problem.
You do have a panther problem. Yeah.
Then you got to call the cougars.
Done that before.
You got those on speed dial.
I do. I got a whole. It says like in your phone where you list organization, it just says cougar. Like for you, it says like when I put your name in the phone the first time, it was before the show, before we launched this. So it was Evan Stone,
right?
Radio or something like that.
Sure.
And then, it's like Tiffany, Vermont, Cougar, All right, I'm joking. 217-359-2255 for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Cardinals and Brewers back at it tonight, 6:45 first pitch, 5:45 pregame, so that'll cut into the 5 o'clock hour of us, no problem. And also some other Cardinals news. J-Bombs are in the Home Run Derby. You see that? Jordan Walker's officially going to be in the 2026 All-Star Game Home Run Derby.
Is that an official nickname, J-Bombs?
That's what they call them, my friend.
I've never heard it.
You've never heard that, huh?
Never heard it. I've listened and watched countless Cardinals broadcasts
because
of my father, and I've never heard of it.
But
it's an accurate. I mean, he's kind of on fire this year. I've been impressed with him, but I will say, you go to a home run derby, you ruin your season. I don't know if that's
all right.
Maybe a hot take, but you're gonna.
Well, we'll see. Now you have to look that up, Quintern the intern. This is gonna carry over.
I believe it.
This is statistically probably accurate. If I had to be honest,
all
you're
right.
ruining your shoulders. You're ruining your body. You're doing it.
Well, we do have a Redbird recap on the way from last night's game and a preview of tonight's game. So we'll do that coming up in just a few. Keep the baseball talk going. As Quintern's going to find out just how bad is the home run derby for the rest of your season. Okay, we're going to find out. You got to do a little research here. Google's already lied to you once. So
It's already lied to me once, so I don't really know how accurate this is going to be, guys.
Try
so
Jeeves.
Jeeves, yeah. Find AskJeeves.com, see if that's still a thing.
Right.
Actually, don't enter that. That might forward to something we don't want on our computers. I don't know what's there anymore. And also, the great one, Kyle Tosk, on the way in about a half hour. So lots to get to next on The Drive.
When time matters, proximity counts. And now you have more options than ever. Fly Champaign-Urbana and start your trip on schedule. With American Airlines and beginning soon, new service on United Airlines, connect through Chicago or Dallas to business centers across the country and around the world, with flights available to book today. Be efficient, be connected, be home sooner. Fly Champaign-Urbana, Willard Airport.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
We don't have any HOMEs on record.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Have you been to Pards in Urbana? Well, you need to go to Pards in Urbana. Here's what people are saying. Great customer service, friendly staff. They treat you like family. I love Pards. I was very impressed. Great service, very neat store. I was greeted and asked if they could help me. That's why you should go. Check them out. It's Pards in Urbana. They're between University and Maine. It's on Maple. Pards in Urbana, or visit pards.com. Pards.com.
Crime doesn't pay, but we do. Champaign County Crime Stoppers offers huge cash rewards to concerned citizens just like you, who provide anonymous tips that help law enforcement make arrests and keep crime out of our communities. Tips are 100% anonymous, and we pay cash rewards of up to $5,000. Have a tip? Call 217-373-TIPS or visit ChampaignCountyCrimeStoppers.org. Crime doesn't pay, but helping us solve one certainly does.
You've heard about the doggy bag, right? From Bulldog Disposal Muhammad, a 6 cubic yard canvas bag that can be used for easy cleanup instead of a big dumpster. The one-time use bag is now available, and you can save the delivery charge. Get the doggy bag at Do It Best Hardware in Champaign at 107 West Springfield. So fill up the bag, call Bulldog Disposal, have it disposed of, and you'll be organized. Go to bulldoggybag.com for all the details. That's bulldoggybag.com.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
With Mike Claiborne, I'm John Rooney. Last night, Alec Burleson drove in a run in the first inning with a double, and then he capped off his night in the sixth inning.
Here it is for Burleson. A swing and a long one. Right field. That ball is long gone. Burleson, a 2-run shot off a lefty. Jared Koenig. The Cardinals have extended their lead to 5-0. He hit that ball so hard it couldn't go foul.
And Burleson got those 2 hits against lefties.
Yeah, that was important considering he'd been struggling over the last few games. I thought the fact that it was 443 feet, he didn't miss any of that pitch. But it was a good night all around when you look at how the Cardinals played.
Happy birthday, winning pitcher Michael McGreevy.
Oh, man, this is as good as we've seen him in a long time. And he got out of that first inning out of the jam, and then he was money after that.
The Cardinals and the Brewers wrap up the 5-game series tonight on the air at 5:50.
Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair is offering 50% off labor on qualifying projects. If you're seeing cracks, leaks, or sinking concrete around your home, don't wait. Let the Helitech experts identify the problem and provide proven solutions to protect your home and your investment. Call Helitech or visit helitechonline.com to schedule your free inspection today.
Heal your home with Helitech.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Cardinals back at it tonight. Pre-game at 5:45. You might have heard Mike Claiborne just say that. It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Good to be back in the studio. Quinton, the intern, here as well.
Yes, I am.
We were talking some Cubs and Cardinals baseball when we went into the break, but we found out that Jordan Walker is going to be in the home run derby, and you had the opinion that it will affect your career.
Okay.
You enter the home run derby,
So
you might as well just retire. No, you didn't say that.
Okay, I didn't say that.
Career season.
Your season is going to be messed up.
All
So
right, let's get into that a little bit, though. I like this perspective.
I was wronged by Google AI once today, so I didn't use Google AI to look this up. I used the Society for American Baseball Research.org.
Okay, they're pretty good.
I know.
Citing sources. I like where we're started.
So the data is a little outdated. It's from 2010, but you get the idea regardless. So comparison number 1, pre-derby to post-derby for seasons where players did participate. Home run percentage pre-derby, 6.061. Home run percentage post-derby, 5.346. That's a pretty substantial difference right there, I would say.
So you're losing basically a home run per series. Is that what we're losing there overall?
Something like that, yeah. OPS pre-derby 969, OPS post-derby 926.
So there's the drop off.
Yeah. First half to second half for seasons where players did not participate, home run percentage 4.201 in the first half and 4.288. So it got better in the second half. An 851 OPS in the first half and an 858 OPS in the second half.
All right, so that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Continuing more stats, first half to second half, all seasons, 4.522% home runs in the first half, 4.471% home runs in the second half.
So a slight drop there as well. I mean, it's still it coincides with your thought. There's a drop off. There's a trend.
There's a trend there.
What else you got for us? Anything? Because we can look. I want to look at Walker's numbers too.
Right. So post-derby participation versus pre-derby and versus typical season. So post-derby versus pre, there's a change in OPS of drops off 0.043. Change in home run percentage 0.716. versus averaging the first half, adding 0.055 in OPS and adding 0.824 in home runs. And averaging the second half, adding 0.056 OPS and adding 0.0875.
217-359-2255. And if you're a Cardinals fan, you probably already know these numbers, but for Jordan Walker, 294 on the year is average, 21 home runs, tied for 10th. But number one in baseball with 70 RBIs, got an 889 OPS, tied for 5th in that category. And pretty good at home as well, hitting 303 at home. Brewers in town. Milwaukee a slight favorite in this one, but a 10-game lead right now over the Cardinals in the division. And as we've talked about, this was a chance to try to claw a little bit into that lead, a 5-game series with Milwaukee. It's the Brewers. I think they do have some sort of voodoo that they do, Evan Stone. I think you're right about that.
Yeah, there's something going on up there.
Must be all that Miller beer. You think?
All right, sure.
Maybe. Are you a Miller guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a beer guy.
You're a beer guy. Yeah.
But
Walker, 303, 8 homers at home, 21 ribbies, OBP, 361. And this is all in the last 7 games or so we're looking at overall stats, though. He's been just fantastic. Now, here's where we get into the projections, Quintern the intern. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the pace right now is for 37 home runs for the year total for Walker. And he's at 21 right now. So to your point, there would be a little bit of a decline there, maybe more than a little bit of a decline. Ribbies, 125 overall. He's already at 70. And walks, he's drawn 31 on the year, projected. This is from MLB and ESPN. This is from ESPN from the mothership, projected at 55 walks total on the year and 169 strikeouts. They're looking at his overall stats in his career up to this point and what he's done up to this point. But I am sort of surprised. You're talking about a drop-off of 15 RBIs. So it's basically projecting there will be some sort of a slump for Jordan Walker at some point in time in the second half of the year.
It just depends whether or not that comes right after the All-Star break or later in the season. That will prove my point. Because if it comes right after the All-Star break, then we know it's true. If
then we know
randomly later in the season, way off from now, then it's like, maybe I'm wrong, but it's my conspiracy. I'm sticking to it.
It's not a conspiracy. You backed it up with some numbers.
Statistics. I mean, Alex Rodriguez is quoted on this website, and now I'm not the biggest fan of his, but he's pretty important in the baseball world. He says he tries to stay away from that, and his responsibility is to the New York Yankees. He needs to swing at his best. He knows.
He knows.
The athletes know. And I think,
he
honestly...
knows. So do the steroids.
Yes. But I've seen it become harder for Major League Baseball to recruit these guys to be in the home run derby in these past 2 years.
Well, that is true. That has been I think that's a trend across sports in general. You look at the NBA as well.
Yeah.
You're not seeing the superstars always doing the three-point shooting or the slam dunk. This was the first year in a while where the three-point shootout had the shooters, the guys that were potential all-stars or were all-stars were a part of it. Scott and Sarah, Cardinals are going to sell anyways. He's talking about at the trade deadline. Back up the trucks. Back it up. Yeah, I know they are because they have the vision of what they want to do for the future, and I'm intrigued who's going to be buying and selling at the trade deadline, Evan Stone.
Yeah.
You are not, are you? You don't care at all?
No, I just...
What's the matter?
I was distracted by another stat that came out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's fascinating.
What stat was that?
And then it's the best accuracy for this is NFL. So best accuracy on passes thrown into the end zone in 2025 with a minimum of 20 attempts. They've got there are 30 quarterbacks on the list.
Iceman's got to be number one.
Where would Iceman, and if you were to guess, fall on the list of 30 for best accuracy on passes thrown into the end zone?
I would agree he's at number one. If I had to take a wild guess.
Maybe he's got the most dramatic. He's number one.
That's true.
But I got to tell you,
the Bears, a little bit more accurate.
The Bears were getting their butts kicked for 3 quarters pretty much every game.
Yep.
For the better part of 3 months before the magic would happen. Yes.
Right.
But this veered off subject a little bit, but you have my attention on it as well.
Are you guys going to guess? You guessed one.
I'm taking one. I don't think it's true, but
That's fascinating.
And I want it to be true in my heart.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of who had big throws down there.
Right.
Where's just end zone accuracy?
End zone when you throw the ball into the end zone, best accuracy.
Darnold or Stafford?
I'm
going to go Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is 21st.
Ooh, I'm
really
out of 30.
Samsonite. Yee.
And then who else did you said Darnold?
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold was 13th.
Samsonite.
Well, okay, who's number one?
Number 1 is Joe Burrow.
No way.
Wait a minute. Joe was hurt for a bunch of the year, wasn't he?
Minimum of 20 end zone targets.
All right.
So Joe Burrow is number 1.
Where's Joe Flacco? Tell me he's 2, baby.
Joe Flacco is number 2.
No way.
So it's a fascinating list.
This is a fascinating statistic. You're right.
Joe Flacco's number 2. Aaron Rodgers number 3.
Puke.
Tied with him at number
Guys.
3 is Jackson Dart.
Oh, I never would have guessed.
No.
any of this in a million years.
Where's Phillip Rivers? Tell me he's in the top 5. Go on.
There we go.
Phillip Rivers it was not on the list.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't make it this year.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, so Daniel Jones, number 6.
You just put all the worst quarterbacks at the top of the list and it would have been right.
Yeah, Jordan Love, number 5. Well, except for Joe Burrow. He's a dog.
For this year in
For
particular?
Any year.
You got Quinter and the intern fired up today.
I'm taking
I
Joe
know,
Burrow
I'm
almost any day of the week. So Iceman.
Yeah, where's he at?
Now that you've seen who's at the top.
I'm scared he's 30. I'm scared, guys.
He is tied with Marcus Mariota and
Oh,
Cam
no
Ward
way.
Oh.
No way.
at 25th.
No way.
It's not very good at all.
That's pretty rough.
You know who number 30 is?
Famous Jameis.
Nope, not a surprise. J.J. McCarthy.
Oh, J.J. McCarthy.
Oh.
J.J. McCarthy is number 30. 29 is Bo Nix.
You know who you're
What?
naming.
You leave Bo alone.
28 is Jacoby Brissett.
Well, you know
and
what?
then you get
You're
Caleb.
naming a list of my draft bus right now. You said J.J. McCarthy. You said Cam Ward. All
And
the
Caleb Williams.
I'm just saying. I never
And
said
Caleb Williams. I don't know.
I never said that.
Well, apparently he's on the same level.
Well, maybe that's my fault.
It's an interesting list because it also has to do with, how often you're down in the red zone. So how many attempts. You look at somebody like a Josh Allen, he's going to have more attempts in the red zone than somebody like a Joe Flacco. And so it's going to be harder to keep that number up there. But yeah, it was fascinating, and it distracted me for a little bit.
Well, you know what? That's an okay distraction. We're all right with that distraction. Back to baseball real quick. Ty from Assumption. The beer thing had me thinking. I said that there's got to be, maybe a curse with the Miller Lite. He says, I prefer Miller Lite and Coors Light over Bud Light. As a Cardinals fan, does that make me sacrilegious?
I don't know, but I would agree with you, Ty. Something about Bud Light, it almost, it's like it
I got to be in the mood for a Bud Light.
It tastes flat almost to me. I don't know. It's an interesting taste versus some of the other
I take
domestics.
grief for being if I'm just in the backyard drinking beer, just Coors Light, I'm fine with. But I've more than one person be like,
Go Mountains, baby.
I'm like, all right. Whatever.
No, I think I've told you what my favorite beer is.
Milwaukee's best.
Free. And my second favorite beer.
The next one?
Cold.
Cold, yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Equals the knowledge of being, the K, the knowledge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got 50 seconds to news. So any final thoughts on Cubs losing today or Cardinals versus Brewers tonight? Either of you. Quinter and the intern, anything?
The Brewers make me mad with the fact that they can lose any piece of their team and still be good. I think that has been proven over the past few years. They lost Craig Counsell, who was allegedly the reason they were winning everything, and now the Cubs are losing all the time, and Milwaukee stays winning.
Well, it is a roller coaster with the Cubs. They're either the hottest team in baseball or the coldest. There is no in between.
I don't know what to do. Milwaukee makes me mad.
It's not Craig Counsell. He's an okay manager.
Okay. Blake,
Cubs fans would disagree.
Our
Certain
friend
Cubs fans.
Blake in Christmas is good old Natty Light.
Natty, baby.
That's right. College.
They say PBR. They got a ribbon for a reason. You know
That's
what I mean?
right. Time for news.
They're connecting the dots in court. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. After previously detailing surveillance camera footage from Utah Valley University on the day of Charlie Kirk's killing, prosecutors today playing parts of the videotaped interview between investigators and Lance Twiggs, the former roommate and lover of accused assassin Tyler Robinson, who was shown photos of the surveillance footage during that interview.
It definitely, especially the bottom, the last two, definitely do look like him.
And a moment later, clarifying,
they do look like Tyler Robinson.
prosecutors also focusing on a possible confession and text messages between the two. Twiggs telling investigators that when he questioned Robinson in person the day after the killing, he said he wished he hadn't done it. It's day 4 of a preliminary hearing on probable cause for trial. Not clear yet what's next between the U.S. and Iran after 2 days of renewed strikes. Fox's Aisha Hasni at the White House.
The president certainly has a lot of options on the table when it comes to Iran. And as he contemplates what to do about the Iranians next, whether he can even really strike a long-lasting deal with this regime, the Iranians are spilling onto the streets in Iran and threatening to kill him.
This on the final day of the funeral for Iran's slain supreme leader. More potential candidates lining up to challenge Republican Senator Susan Collins in Maine after Democratic nominee Graham Plattner suspended his campaign while still denying a rape allegation.
Following an emergency Wednesday night meeting, state Democratic Party leaders said they voted to hold a special 600-person nominating convention to fill the vacancy. Maine law dictates a July 27th deadline to replace Plattner on the ballot.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Plattner still needs to file the paperwork to officially withdraw. The deadline for that is Monday. But he and some of his supporters are criticizing using delegates instead of voters to pick a replacement. America is listening to Fox News.
Hoy! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
4 people are accused of witness intimidation near Mobile, Alabama, in a case that includes an apparent voodoo ritual.
The FBI says convicted drug dealer John Mathurin and 3 co-defendants face additional charges of conspiracy to tamper with a witness who helped prosecutors in the case. An affidavit lays out an alleged plot to target the witness. We're told on one of the defendants' phones that images were found of the witness, the judge in the case, and the prosecutor, depicted in what appears to be a voodoo ritual, with a machete being stabbed through the witness's photo and candles being lit. The FBI also says there was talk of putting a GPS tracker on the witness's car, all in an alleged effort to not have the witness testify in the case.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. Just getting word that the oldest woman to fly in space has died. Wally Funk was 87, an aviation pioneer. Her caregiver just announcing her death in Texas, where she had an apartment in an assisted living facility. Funk was one of 13 female pilots who went through the same test as NASA's all-male astronaut corps in the early 1960s, but never made it to space until 2021 aboard Amazon founder Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin rocket. She had an 80s hit that transcends time. Bonnie Tyler has died.
Once upon a time there was light in my life, but now there's only love in the dark. Nothing I can say, I'm totally cliffs of their heart.
One of the best-selling singles of all time, and it made her the first person from Wales to top the U.S. charts. Another hit, Holding Out for a Hero, originally recorded for the film Footloose, 2 decades later appearing in Shrek 2. Bonnie Tyler was 75. She died after being hospitalized for an undisclosed illness earlier this year in Portugal. A partial rebound for the Dow, up 139 points. The NASDAQ up more than 300. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Walker just gave the Cardinals the lead. Home run! Mason Wynn to his feet. He throws. He got
St. Louis, it's time to hit the ballpark. ATL meets STL when the Cardinals take on the Atlanta Braves at Busch Stadium, July 10th through the 12th. Plus, score great weekend giveaways, including a garage shirt and a kid's jersey. Don't miss 3 days of summer baseball, family fun, and Cardinals action. Get your tickets now at cardinals.com/promotions.
Crime doesn't pay, but we do. Champaign County Crime Stoppers offers huge cash rewards to concerned citizens just like you, who provide anonymous tips that help law enforcement make arrests and keep crime out of our communities. Tips are 100% anonymous, and we pay cash rewards of up to $5,000. Have a tip? Call 217-373-TIPS or visit ChampaignCountyCrimeStoppers.org. Crime doesn't pay, but helping us solve one certainly does.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow right here in Champaign-Urbana can switch you over so you can start saving today. Kurt and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give them a call when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Everyone knows that when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Hi, this is Ross Craig with Philo Exchange Bank. For over 140 years, we have been rooted in your community, making local decisions for local people. We know you and understand your goals. In a world where so much feels uncertain, one thing remains the same. We are here for you. Reliable, local, trusted for generations. Visit us in St. Joseph, Philo, Allerton, Broadlands, and our newest branch in Tolono.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Tom Jones Challenger League heads to Illinois Field Tuesday, July 14th. There will be 2 games at 6 o'clock and 7:10. Each game 3 innings long. We need volunteers to help the kids play the great game of baseball. This is Rob Stone, and I can tell you from personal experience, I have helped with the Challenger League, and to see the smiles on the kids' faces while they play baseball really will warm your heart and make your day. So we hope to see you at Illinois Field for the Tom Jones Challenger Baseball League, Tuesday, July 14th. Don't miss player introductions by the voice of the Illini, Brian Barnhart. Say hi to Josh Whitman. Illini athletes will be on the field to assist the kids playing baseball. To find out more information, visit tomjonesleague.org. You can also contact Bill Hand at cwmhand@aol.com or 217-493-0042.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN. Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
A little misfire. I swear that never happens to me. ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Quinn, the intern, in studio with us. So good to be back here after a little vacation. And, Evan, one of the big topics from the first hour, we were talking a lot about the Illini and UConn, the rematch set for December 4th now at the United Center.
That's the one.
What it means, what it doesn't mean. But you know what I know for sure? Even if we can't completely emphasize what it means, we know somebody who can.
Oh.
You know who that is?
I got to guess.
Nobody knows Illini basketball like the great and powerful Tosk.
He is the one, the only, from Illini Inquirer, and a proud alumni of ESPN 93.5. The prodigal son returns. The great one, Kyle Tosk. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Man, I'm good. I got a little sunburn out in Vermont.
What?
I'm back. Yeah.
Never said ever.
Oh, yeah, I got a little sunburn. Yeah, there's a lake out there, big Lake Champlain. There's mountains.
I didn't know they had the sun.
Yes, they do. And didn't you go on a trip or something, Kyle, or am I making that up? Didn't you have a little vacation, or is that coming up soon?
You are not making it up. I just got back from a week in the U.S. Virgin Islands on St. Thomas. That was just a beautiful spot. First time in the Caribbean. Unbelievable beaches there. I did not do all that poorly in the sun department myself.
Nice. See, just a couple of tan guys talking here, refreshed and ready to talk about Illini basketball. So let's jump right on into it, sir. We were chatting it up about what this UConn game and the non-conference schedule as a whole, what it really can mean for Illinois this upcoming season. But, I mean, this is going to be the marquee matchup for a lot of people because of the Final Four rematch and Friday night at the United Center in Chicago. Ultimately, what do you think this matchup means for Illinois basketball in the upcoming season?
I think it's certainly a big game. I do think that just in general, a game that early in the season, in the regular season, you don't want to put too much importance on one single game. But I think UConn in general for Illinois just kind of represents that one hill that they haven't been able to climb. They're two most successful teams here under Brad Underwood, ran into UConn in the NCAA tournament and couldn't quite conquer them. Obviously, played them in the regular season last year, and that was maybe their worst performance of the season. So from that standpoint, I do think, like, with the expectation that this team has and the expectation that UConn has, winning that game in early December would be a pretty big statement for Illinois, and especially at the United Center, a place that Illinois hasn't necessarily played all that well. So I just think in general for Illinois, there's very intentional about the way that they schedule. It's been the case under Brad Underwood. But I think with this team, this is maybe going to end up being the hardest non-conference schedule that Illinois has had under Brad Underwood. I believe that there will be one more high major opponent still to come that has not been announced yet, and a pretty good one at that. So when you pair UConn with Duke, with North Carolina, with Texas Tech, all the games that Illinois is going to end up playing, like I think all of them lumped together, you want to see Illinois really prove themselves as a true Final Four contender, because that's the expectation. And when you enter a season with that expectation, you want to test yourself against other Final Four contenders.
Yeah, and I mean, you even left out another team that I think I said this last week, but I think a lot of people are sleeping on in Missouri. They recruited really well this past year, and their team should be, decently decent this year. It might be the hardest non-conference schedule the Illini have ever had, which is fascinating. Yeah. Now, when you look at all that, what's your takeaway? I feel like a few years back, everybody was completely off the United Center train. They were like, let's stop. Yeah. I mean, we'd never win. It's half empty. We're just dropping whatever. And I don't know if last year the Alabama game seemed to kind of revitalize it. Obviously, winning helps. But it feels like we're now back on the United Center train, but now just fully neutral site train, as there are no home non-conference games better than Penn. Is this where we're headed from now on?
Yeah, I think that's kind of just where college basketball is right now. You're not seeing very many teams schedule campus games anymore. Now, if you hear Brad Underwood talk about it, he still puts a lot of value on home and homes. He wants to seek out home and homes. He sees a lot of value in campus games, and I think in an ideal world he'd like to get those. But I think there's just kind of a wave now in college basketball where teams would rather, and it ultimately comes down to the money aspect of it, and a lot of it is the TV networks that are driving these neutral site games and the way that things are scheduled now. And it's, at the end of the day, college basketball has turned into a world of dollars, and that's ultimately what's going to drive a lot of the decision making. I think that's kind of what's led to some of it, but I think Illinois would ideally like to still have a home game, at least one marquee home non-conference game every year. They did have it last year with Texas Tech. They're going to have it next year when Duke comes to town. It doesn't sound like they're going to have it this year, which will be disappointing. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily going away entirely, but I think it's getting harder and harder to get two teams to agree on making a trip to a true road environment and non-conference play. Those are seemingly going away, and I think for the top programs, there's a lot more money involved in these big-time national TV neutral site games. Those are kind of the draws now.
Absolutely, man. I agree 1,000% with that, Kyle. But I'm going to kind of put you on the spot. Do you have any? Have you seen or heard anything in regards to which network is going to carry this particular non-conference game?
I'm not sure if they announced that or not. To be quite honest with you, I would have to look at that. I'm not positive.
No, but it is going to be nationally televised. It's going to be whichever network is carrying it, and you kind of look at the landscape, and Fox has their deal for college basketball, and CBS has their deal, and certain affiliates, whether that be under Viacom or whatever, will have college basketball as well. You can kind of go through the list. To that point, when you're considering the non-conference schedule, and you did touch on this just a little bit a moment ago, Kyle, and you said this is just kind of where it's at with college basketball. I mean, is this when Underwood, Whitman, and their staff are putting together a non-conference schedule, how much do you think the television aspect of it goes into the plotting and planning of a marquee matchup?
Oh, I think it's the biggest driver behind all of it. I mean, that's ultimately what's driving most of the scheduling decisions, and there are a lot of these neutral sites that are signed that basically are creating their own event, and that's basically what Illinois and North Carolina are a part of right now. That started last year. It's called the Nashville Hoops Showdown or whatever, something along those lines. And I think Virginia and Ohio State were kind of the first two to play in that. But that's an event that Nashville and created, and Fox is carrying that. And there's a lot more of these that are happening. These kind of standalone neutral site events or games that are popping up, and so it's ultimately that's what it's all about now, is these TV deals, and those I think are driving a lot of the decision making. And ultimately for Illinois, like, you want as much exposure as possible, and you want to put yourself on these marquee standalone primetime national stages, especially when you have a team that Illinois obviously believes is going to be pretty successful. So it's a big part of it now. It's really kind of the driving force behind a lot of what's happening.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. I'm Curtis. That's Evan. Our guy Kyle Tosk from Illini Inquirer on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line with us.
I want to switch gears slightly as we go from looking at this year's schedule to some of the recruiting stuff going on with this team. I'm super fascinated to see how Underwood continues to recruit with transfer portal, international, 5-for-5 coming into play, all those different things. Recently, they had Brady Pettigrew on campus. He's the number one player in the state. He's a top 20 kid depending on where you're looking nationally, which is fascinating to me because he's Bolingbrook, but most of the highly talented kids have left kind of the schools and they're all in academies now. Do you know anything about how Brady's visit went and why someone of his caliber is still playing in a local public school system?
To my knowledge, the visit went pretty well. I think it's a situation for his recruitment where I think he's probably going to be pretty patient heading into his junior season this year. I believe that there's a pretty strong chance that he's going to reclassify into the 2027 class. I think if he were to stay in the 2028 class and play his senior season of high school, I do think that would probably be a decision come next spring about whether or not to leave the state. I'm sure that I know there's already been prep schools that have been interested in him. Like, I just think it's individual to each kid, and he's somebody that when I talked to him at the Riverside Brookfield shootout last month, the in-state factor and really being at home, it's a big thing to him. So I think there's just some kids that value that and have loyalty to kind of where they started, and Bolingbrook obviously it's been a fine platform for him to blossom into a 5-star talent, I think. But I think for a lot of kids, there's just opportunities that they see they can't pass up. So I can't necessarily speak to his personal decision making. But what I will say is he's a top target of Illinois for sure. I do think that that's a recruitment that's going to get pretty crowded. I've heard that there's a couple blue blood programs that have been sniffing around in that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they pop with some offers here before the July live period's over. I know Arkansas has been heavily involved there, Coach Calipari, but Illinois is certainly a team that I think will be around in that battle up until the end, and I think that's probably a decision that'll come after next season when he makes that decision of whether or not to reclassify into the 2027 class, which I think is probably the most likely outcome. And I think for Illinois, it's just going to be a situation where they're going to have to see what happens with their current backcourt, because you could get both Stephen Vox and Quentin Coleman back for another year. You could lose both of them to the NBA if they both have really good seasons. So there's just, in terms of building the backcourt, I think there's going to be a lot of patience from Illinois' standpoint, and there's probably going to be a lot of patience from Brady's standpoint of really seeing come next spring what the opportunities look like for him.
Well, that led right into the next question I was going to ask you, because you're a professional. If I give you, I'm going to give you 4 names right now in Coleman, Vox, Stojakovic, and David. Of those 4 guys, how many of those 4 do you think, if you had to guess right now, would be in the NBA next year?
I would go with 2.
Okay.
That would be what I would say. I think all 4 of those guys have a chance to be. I think all 4 of those guys have a chance to come back for another year. That'll be really interesting because I think if you're Illinois, you want all those guys to have the individual seasons that vault them into being NBA draft picks. But you'd also like if 1 or 2 of them was just on that cut line of, that the money would you come next off season and that decision gets a little bit harder for them. I'm really high on Stephen Vox. I think that he is going to be in first-round consideration next spring. I really do think that he would be maybe my best NBA prospect on Illinois' roster, because I think with what we've seen Illinois has done with lead guards in this offense and the skill set that he has, I think this is the perfect fit for his game, which he has already shown elite shot making. I think he is a really good processor, good decision maker, and the reps that he did play on the ball at Providence last year, I think were really, really impressive. Now you give him the ball a lot in this offense, I think he's just going to take off. And I think at 6'7", with that skill set, he's got to defend at a serviceable level. It's going to be a challenge. But I just think that his season is going to be one where it might be difficult to get him back. I think Quentin Coleman, in the most ideal world, you would like to get a year or 2 of him. I think he will have NBA interest. I just wonder with what his role is going to be on this team, with how many other mouths Illinois has to feed. Like, I think it could be a situation where he shows flashes he's maybe on the border of being an NBA guy, but it makes more sense for him with guys leaving to come back for another year. And then with Andre and David, I think it's really just going to come down to how big of a leap do those two guys take. Andre's got to shoot it better. If he does that, I think he will be in the NBA next year. David's got to work on his body a little bit, get a little bit efficient, and add a little bit to his offensive game. If he does that, I think he's probably in the NBA, but we'll see with both of those guys. I think there's a wide range of outcomes.
Yeah, that's good stuff. One more before we let you go here. A lot of talk about Quentin Coleman in this freshman class that is joining the Illini this year. Who's another guy that you're starting to hear as they start getting some pickup games, some workouts going? Is there another one of those freshmen that maybe we're not talking enough about?
I think they really like Ethan Brown. That's one that I know that they've felt like can probably play pretty early and contribute pretty early. And he's one that was underranked and a guy that they evaluated and got early and didn't necessarily have a ton of other high major interest when Illinois added him. But you watch him, his season last year at Rolla High School in Missouri, and he just has everything that Illinois values offensively. He's a really, really steady decision maker, heck of a shooter. He's pretty impressive vertical athlete too, and I think he's gotten off to a good start here this summer from what I've heard. I think that's a guy that you look at, because I think it's a pretty safe assumption that Quentin Coleman and Lucas Murillo will be members of this rotation, and Lucas has dealt with a little bit of a back issue, so he hasn't been on the court a ton this summer. But I think those two guys will play. I think the question is which of those other guys emerges, not necessarily as a guy who's going to be a big-time rotational contributor, because I think that Brad Underwood usually only goes 8 deep, but there's probably going to be one of those guys that contributes more than you'd expect. I think Ethan Brown's the guy that they've always thought could be that, and I think for a team that, as we know, is so offensively oriented and values the offensive skill set that guys bring, I think they think Ethan Brown can contribute from that standpoint pretty early in his career. So that's a guy I would watch as, maybe he gets on the floor a little bit more than we think, especially early in the season, because he can shoot the heck out of it, and they trust him with the ball in his hands and what he's shown as a decision maker and what he can do on the offensive side. I think that's what Illinois values more than anything.
Kyle, I know you're doing a great job covering the summer workouts for Illini Hoops. Where can folks follow along with your work with Illini Inquirer?
Yeah, IlliniInquirer.com. We're just starting to preview some summer stuff. Yeah, we'll have some summer workout buzz as the summer goes along. Right now, kind of breaking down individual players with some player outlooks. That's kind of the project I'm working on right now. So IlliniInquirer.com, you can see all of that.
And if you follow him at KTosk13 on the socials, you will see his immaculate bronze tan that he got while he was on vacation as well. Kyle, you are the man, sir. We appreciate talking to you any chance we get.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
You got it. That's our guy, Kyle Tosk from Illini Inquirer on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line, 217-359-2255. I forgot what our text line number was there for a second, the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Good stuff, man.
Go away for a week and you already start forgetting
that's
stuff.
It. I know, it's terrible. It's a little rough, but I'm back. And you know what I'm ready for? Ring the bell. I'm ready to do some drafting. Quinn, turn the intern. You ready to do some drafting?
I'm ready.
She's ready. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
All right. So because there was not a show on Tuesday and I'm back today, we're going to do our usual draft today. The subject is summer blockbuster movies. I cannot wait. I haven't even done any research because I don't think I need to. All right. How much research have you done, sir?
Well, I did research to make sure that movies truly were summer blockbusters.
Uh-huh. Can I throw out something? I know somebody's going to say on the text line. I'm going to be preemptive. This might help. Star Wars, the original, not a summer blockbuster.
Like the first one?
The very first one.
Yeah, I know. The other ones did come out during the summer. The first one did not. No, I did my research.
Okay, I want to say, and I don't want there to be any Star Wars bias if somebody was like, hey, Star Wars is my pick. And you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I will say, I don't think normally when we do this, if you draft a movie, that whole franchise is gone. I don't think that's the case here because I think you can do different ones. And as a purist, I think if the movie came out in August, it does not count as a summer blockbuster.
Oh, you're crazy. Summer goes until... No,
because school starts in August. It's got to be something that you went in summer. It's like,
late
August. I'm so excited to go summer blockbuster.
Okay. All right. We're setting some rules here. We're drafting next on The Drive.
Tim Onstad. All right, so what you got going at Dedicated Diesel?
Dedicated Diesel, the safety lane is open, and we are doing safety lane tests, and the safety lane is open and going. We're open for semi repairs and maintenance services on semis and trucks and trailers, and just call Dedicated Diesel for any of your needs like that. 217-328-0562.
Awesome. What about Gale Ferrix Trucking?
Well, special thanks to Gale Ferrix Trucking. All the people are gonna. We're going real good. We've got customers are just overwhelming us with freight. Could always use a couple of drivers that want to make a good wage and be home on weekends.
Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Tim Onstad, Gale Ferrix Trucking and Dedicated Diesel, Pitmaster Extraordinaire.
Flooring Surfaces in Champaign isn't just a carpet store. It's your destination for the latest innovations in flooring. You'll find a curated collection of the best porcelain tiles, fine wool and pattern carpets, beautifully crafted hardwoods, and performance floors made to withstand life's messes. All in a renovated showroom designed to inspire your creativity. Your next floor can be truly stunning. Let Flooring Surfaces show you how at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
This is Amanda with Cast Iron Pub. There's always something happening in downtown Tuscola. If you're looking for delicious pub burgers, hand-cut steaks, wings, sandwiches, and chef-inspired specials you won't find anywhere else. Pair with 10 rotating draft beers or seasonal cocktails. Then stick around for Wednesday trivia, music bingo, and the Summer Sunday live music series. Great food, cold drinks, and an atmosphere you'll love. Make Cast Iron Pub your next destination in downtown Tuscola. You can find us online at castironpub.biz and Facebook at Cast Iron Pub.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne. What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
You ready to draft? I'm ready to draft. Let's do it. ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Quintern, the intern, is in studio. And we're drafting, baby.
Yeah, my bad. I should have been...
you weren't doing any research at all,
I should have been doing draft orders, what I should have been doing, and I spaced.
Good news. I can waste some time. Heath on the text line is someone who was 9 years old when the original Star Wars came out and saw it 3 times. How does Memorial Day weekend not count as summer? I had just got out of school for the summer. It counts for summer, but the original Star Wars was not a summer blockbuster. It was a midnight screening at best that eventually took off. But we just saw over here.
Quinn, you won the wheel. Where would you like to draft?
Quinn, turn the intern 1, 2, or 3. Where you drafting?
I'm trying to decide between.
She's gonna go number 1 and take Up.
I love Up. That's like not even fair. I'll take 1. Let's do it.
All right, Quinn, turn the intern is going number 1.
Yeah, I think that is fair because when the original Star Wars came out, it wasn't like a mega big deal when it first launched. When you've got a summer block like this summer, the Odyssey is that.
That's
like
the blockbuster.
They're
You think?
billing the Odyssey as this is you have to see this movie in theaters this year.
It's not the new Minions movie.
No. Or the Jackass movie. Okay, I got it.
All right, you going 2 or 3?
I'm gonna go 2. I kind of like that middle pick.
Okay.
And I've won 4 drafts in a row with that middle pick, and so I'm good hanging out.
Sticking with it.
All right. Well, then let me. First of all, that means we're getting ready to rumble, and then of course this means we're ready to draft. So we do it snake style. We will go 1, 2, 3. Quinn's first, Evan second, I'm third. And then we will put our picks on the socials at the Drive 935 on Twitter and Instagram. You can vote there or vote via text 217-359-2255. Listen to Heath on the text line. If someone wants to take Star Wars, they go right ahead. Quinn, if you want to take Star Wars with the first pick, you could buy some votes right there.
I could.
Star Wars fans. But I'm just saying,
I'm not gonna
when you
do
look at
it.
the criteria of what was a blockbuster,
yeah,
that one was not a blockbuster. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Star Wars, love it, but it wasn't a blockbuster at the time. Anyways, I digress. Quinn, you're up first. What are you taking with the first overall pick?
I'm taking arguably the best movie of all time, and that's Top Gun. Yeah.
Woo, that's a good pick.
Wait a minute, I thought that came out at Christmas. What? Are we sure that's a summer blockbuster?
It's a summer blockbuster.
It is a summer
I'm
blockbuster
joking.
that came out in May.
What do you mean Christmas?
I was just trying to see if she really knew. I was just throwing her off. Okay.
Came out in May. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I tried to find all the release dates for the movies that I have on my list, but I ran out of time. But I
Okay.
got about half of them.
He's going to take Elf next, I guarantee you.
No, I'm gonna take maybe my. Oh no, I can't say my favorite. There's so many good movies on this list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take The Dark Knight. That's my number 1.
Okay. It was a very, very good choice.
Yeah.
Sir, I like that choice a lot.
I feel like I know what your number 1 pick's gonna be.
Do you want to say it for me?
Well, yeah.
Go ahead, say it for me then.
With the number 1 overall pick for Curtis Allen, he's gonna take Jaws.
I am taking Jaws. You damn right I'm taking Jaws. It was the original summer blockbuster. It just celebrated its 51st anniversary over the weekend. And, man, still great. Still, every time I watch it, there's still one little thing that I notice or I think about a little bit deeper than I did before. And yes, sir, I am certainly taking Jaws with my first pick.
Okay.
All right. And now it is my turn again. And you know what? I'm going to stick with the creature features here. I'm going to go to 1993 Jurassic Park, baby. I'm taking Jurassic Park with my next pick in the summer blockbusters draft.
Yep, that was going to be mine. My pick here. I was hoping to catch Jurassic on the old wraparound there. So, all right, let me rethink this just a little bit.
You better.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with well, I guess it's not really superhero. Different category. I'm gonna go with a movie that came out in July of 1991.
Ooh.
Give me. Actually, nope. I'm gonna come back to that.
Wait.
Nope. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and be smart with my drafting here. I'm gonna take a movie that came out in July of 1998. Give me Saving Private Ryan.
Woo! That's a good one. All right, good choice. It's on the heavy side, but a good choice as far as summer blockbusters go. Yes, it's a very sad film. Quintern the intern, you are up.
I am taking E.T. with my next pick. I love E.T. I think it's one of the
Good pick.
greatest movies of all time.
Good pick.
Truly.
You know, we got 3 Spielberg movies off the board already.
I mean,
How about that?
not?
You think he's not good at what he does? Huh?
Probably more to come.
I would guess so. Okay, Quinn, you are still. So you took E.T.
Yep,
Great
taking
choice.
E.T.
What's your next one here on the wraparound?
My next one is Grease. I think Grease is a classic. I think that's one. I don't know that it's necessarily underrated, but I feel like in today's day and age, people don't talk about it enough, and I love a musical.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
That movie, the soundtrack was, I mean, it's still everywhere,
Yeah.
right? But at the time when that came out, you couldn't get away from the soundtrack of Grease.
Okay. My strategy worked. I did not think Quinn would take this movie, and so I left it on the board. I'm going to go back to July 1991.
No.
Give me maybe the greatest summer blockbuster of all time, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. I knew Quinn wouldn't take it. I kind of thought you were going to take it in your first two.
No, I thought you wouldn't think about it. I thought you'd leave Terminator alone and that I would get it. I thought for sure. Oh, man.
Scott Frost!
Yeah, Scott Frost.
I feel like I played this well. Played it well.
Man, I'm mad. Son of a biscuit eater. Okay. Okay, all right. So I'm up here. This is 3 and 4 for me, right?
Yep, 3-4.
All right. I gotta calm down. I'm gonna go back to 1995.
Oh.
4th of July weekend.
Yep. This was on. I was
the one
with this.
that changed the game forever and let us know we will not go quietly into the night against those aliens, sir. Independence Day is my third pick. Although I am really, really not happy about not getting T2.
Independence Day was going to be my fourth coming up around here. So
all right.
Great movie.
I feel like I traded Terminator 2 for Independence Day, and I'm okay with it.
That's a pretty good trade. All right. This next pick I'm going to take. I think it's going to make me look good for being able to get this at the number 4 spot. I'm feeling pretty good about that. We're going back to a film that predicted when the Cubs would win the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
Back to the Future.
I'm so mad at you right
Back
now.
to the Future is my fourth
my
pick in the summer blockbuster
I'm
draft.
so angry with
However.
No, they were off by 1 year. They said 2015 is when the Cubs were going to win the series.
But wasn't that in the second Back to the Future, or was that in the original Back to the Future?
No, it's the original. But you know what? It's okay.
Okay.
I'm fine. I think it's the original.
Okay.
But if I'm wrong,
all right.
I'm still taking Back
That's
to
fine.
the Future, Marty.
That's fine.
All right. You are up, McFly.
Yep. I've got about 5 movies that I really am happy with. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and go to the year.
No.
Wait, everybody calm down. I'm going to go to... Actually, I don't have the year for me. I'm going to take Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. What is that? Is that 87?
87, 88, yeah.
That's what I was going to guess.
Okay, all right. Quinn, is this you're up with your final pick, I think, right? Or the final 2 picks?
Final 2, 4-5.
All right, I hope she doesn't take any of mine. Here we go, Quinn.
She won't. Inside Out.
Mission Impossible.
The original Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise.
Mission
Great
Impossible.
choice.
When did that come out?
May 22nd of 1996.
96, yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to take that.
All right.
And then this one coming more in my era, but I am taking Jurassic World. If you haven't seen it, it's a great movie. I think it's probably the best, since I can't take Jurassic Park. I think it's probably the best sequel to Jurassic Park. So I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
Eth and I are still arguing here on the text line. He says, still a little confused. As I read on Google, maybe it's doing me wrong as well, that Star Wars was the first ever movie to gross $200 million in its first theatrical release.
Well, I think it grew to that.
Yes.
So it was a movie that came out. I'm going to go ahead and speak on this, even though I was negative 20 years old. It's a movie. It's a movie that came out, and it was under the radar as it came out. But then as people saw it in theaters, they went out and said, you have to see this.
Yeah.
And word of mouth kind of blew it up into what it was as people started seeing it. But if we're going letter of the law, it was not billed as a summer blockbuster. This is the movie that's going to make or break the film studio.
It was in one of the original midnight movies. Star Wars was one of the original midnight movies when it was released. And we talk about the cult following, going out to the theaters to see it, and it truly a cult film that grew and grew and grew into a phenomenon that It is to this day a landmark in American cinema.
Yeah.
All
Whereas, yeah. Because if you look at like a Terminator 2,
oh my goodness,
the studio was producing that, but they were pushing it like
James
this
Cameron
is the movie.
Yes.
You have to go see this. If this movie flops, we're out of business.
Remember when soundtracks mattered? Right, they got Guns N' Roses to do the lead single for "You Could Be Mine," and Arnold's in the music video as the Terminator, and it was this huge deal on MTV. And McDonald's, I think, had a Terminator-themed burger or something. Like they did. McDonald's used to have those deals with the movie studios where I think for one of the Batman movies, it had the Hero Burger or something like that to go along with, Batman and anyways, I'm getting way off.
No,
subject.
you're good. You're good.
I'm sorry. I'm ranting here. Go right ahead, Evan. Isn't it your turn with your last pick?
Yeah, my last pick. I will also say this: 217 texter. Cubs winning in 2015 was in Back to the Future Part 2.
Uh-huh.
So I could have taken Back to the Future 1.
Right.
Can I change my mind? I had my mind.
Took Back to the Future.
He took one.
Okay.
He just got the piece of it. Okay, fifth pick. I'm going to go. I've got 3 movies I'm trying to pick. Well, 4, but really 3 movies I'm trying to pick between here. I'm not going to do my classic one. I'm gonna take a sleeper movie here that I don't know if people will. It's either going to really put me over the top or it's going to lose me voters.
No, I hope it loses you voters.
It might. I feel like this was a movie that came out. What was this? 2015, 16, when the studios were trying to get back to summer blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
Go see this movie. It's like visually stimulating. Give me Mad Max Fury Road as a movie that maybe wasn't the best movie, but it was so cool to just sit down and watch in theaters as a summer blockbuster.
All right. Good choice, sir. That means I'm up with my final pick, yes?
That's how it works.
All right. I'm going to take a film that came out in the summer of 1989 that changed the game for superhero movies as a whole, and it is the measuring stick that all other films in this genre were compared to.
Blank Man?
Yeah, Blank Man was a great film, but no. Did that come out in the summer?
I don't know, but I do love
Blank
that.
Man. Blank Man. Yeah, Blank Man. Look that one up, kids. Google that if you don't know Blank Man. No, I'm talking about Michael Keaton versus Jack Nicholson, Batman, the original, 1989. Nicholson as the Joker. That.
What was that one
my
called?
Draft. Batman.
It was just Batman.
Batman.
Because then you get like The Batman or Batman Forever.
Mm-hmm.
But that one was just Batman.
It was Batman.
Okay.
Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and then Batman and Robin. I think those were the 4 from that era.
I was about to say I was trying to keep all of those Batman straight, but that's a good one.
Know.
That's a good one.
Oh, it's not just good. It's great. You might even say it's the best.
Who's your favorite Batman?
Keaton. But I like to tell people it's Val Kilmer just to get people fired up.
Have you seen? Okay, we're off. Yeah. Have you seen the Val Kilmer documentary?
It's heartbreaking,
when
man.
he talks about being Batman, it was his lifelong dream. He couldn't wait to do it, and it almost ruined him.
Yeah.
Because the suit was awful. It was a freaking steel suit, and he couldn't move, and it was so heavy, and he felt sick in it the whole time, and impossible to act in, and it almost ruined him.
And I remember even as a kid, there were these stories coming out that Val wasn't getting along with Jim Carrey, that Jim Carrey was just so over the top on set, and he was driving people crazy at that. But that was like at the height of Jim Carrey,
was peak
too.
Jim, yeah.
Like that was him as the superstar, and it was a big deal that he was the Riddler in that movie. But it really, and it was going to get compared to what they had done with Michael Keaton anyway. So that was a no-win for Val. But I digress. I still enjoyed it.
That's good.
All right.
Okay.
Let's rerun them.
So this is the draft for summer blockbusters. Quinn took Top Gun, E.T., Grease, Mission Impossible, and Jurassic World. Who directed Jurassic World? That's not Spielberg, right?
No.
That's a good question.
No chance it was Spielberg.
Well, now
No
I'm wondering, did we take any more? Oh, we did. I took Last Crusade. I was like, did we take any more Spielberg after we said that? I took Dark Knight, Saving Private Ryan, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and Mad Max Fury Road. Maybe shouldn't have done that one, but we'll see. Curtis took Jaws, Jurassic Park, Independence Day, Back to the Future, not with the Cubs winning the World Series, and Batman.
217-359-2255. Who gets your vote? Who did we miss? What movies should have made the list? I know what Heath is going to say.
I got a couple.
I know what Heath is going to say.
Well,
I got a few as well. Do you want to mention any of them off the top of your head that we missed?
Oh yeah, I got a few right here.
What do you got?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Rocky 2.
Yep.
Star Wars: A New Hope was. I think that was the blockbuster. Iron Man, which came out in 2008, the first one. That was a big one that they really wanted to push.
I know I have some feelings about that whole era of the superhero movies.
Well, I feel like that was before they started jumping the shark. I really liked the first.
I like
Iron
the first Iron Man as well.
Ghostbusters.
I almost took Ghostbusters.
1984.
I thought about it for Ghostbusters.
And then one that I think is super slept on because we didn't even mention Apollo 13.
Oh,
another great one. Yeah. 95, 96.
95,
yeah, because Hanks had Gump in 94 and then did Apollo 13 the next year.
The last movie I had on my list, Die Hard. Came out in July of 1988.
And everyone thinks it's a Christmas movie.
Well, it is, but...
The ultimate argument.
Everyone thinks it's a Christmas movie.
It is.
I had a few other Arnold movies on the list, but there's really none worth running through. Also, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
Take any one of those three, but I think Dead Man's Chest, is that the third one, Quinn? Maybe?
The first one wasn't a summer blockbuster, I don't think.
I remember it came out in, I want to say May. I thought they all came out in the summer, but
They came out in the summer.
Dead Man's Chest was like almost $1 billion, or maybe it did crack $1 billion that it grossed worldwide. I remember that just being, again, you couldn't get away from it. Star Wars: A New Hope is the first one. Thanks for agreeing with me, Evan. In your face.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember what they were titled. I just wrote down A New Hope.
They're all out of order, you know.
I agree with Heath.
I thought it. Okay, fine. You want to have Star Wars? You want Star Wars, Quinn? You want to take one of yours and have Star Wars? You go ahead and take it. That's fine. I'll stand by what I said.
Ooh,
my story
I would
doesn't
have
change.
taken Pirates of the Caribbean in July of 2003. I for sure thought it was.
I wanted to take it.
It was later. I thought it was in the school year.
You know what? I'm going to take Star Wars. What can I get rid of and put Star Wars on
Oh
my list?
my goodness.
You can't do that.
I can't do that?
No.
Why not?
Because you don't think it's a summer blockbuster. Yeah, I could have swore it was during the school year, but it is what it is. Okay, yeah, I would have taken Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny Depp in that is just...
He's immaculate. He's so good.
I don't want to say it saved his career for a bit, but...
I mean, he became...
That was a whole new...
He is Captain Jack Sparrow. Like, I don't see him outside
Speaking of Johnny Depp...
to this day.
You know what I just watched?
I don't know what.
War movie. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
War movie.
Charlie Sheen.
Apocalypse. No, not Apocalypse Now.
That was his dad.
Yeah. Come on.
Poltergeist. Paranormal.
Oliver Stone.
Gosh dang
Platoon.
it. Platoon.
Platoon.
I was like, I know it's a P.
Platoon.
Johnny Depp in Platoon. Did you remember that?
Small role.
Yeah, he dies.
Spoiler. But he died in all the movies he was in the 80s, I think.
Yeah, I just watched Platoon for the first time.
It's a pretty depressing film.
I won't see it again.
But a powerful one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty powerful film.
Yeah. Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
I love Willem Dafoe.
He's pretty great in that one, right?
Yeah.
He's pretty great. He's great in everything he does for the most part.
Some of them. I wouldn't say, him as Green Lantern was...
Oh, whatever. I almost picked that Spider-Man because he's the Green Lantern.
Okay.
I thought about it.
So A New Hope is the first Star Wars.
I just thought it was Star Wars.
What's the second one?
The Empire Strikes Back.
Well, then what's the third one?
The Return of the Jedi.
No, the third one's Revenge of the Sith, isn't it?
No. Listen, this is where they get you, Quintern the Intern. This is where they get you. Is because they did the prequels after the
Oh,
original.
you're doing Star Wars 3.
I gotcha.
And so the Star Wars fans will fight with you when you say, "No, wait a minute. No, it was Star Wars is the original." They go, "No, it goes this." Okay, that's fine. It's fine. If it's Star Wars: A New Hope, that's fine.
All I know is that Jar Jar Binks is goated. He's
God.
the best character in the whole series.
Did you just say you agree with that?
I would agree with that.
Mister.
I just think he's kind of cute.
What?
So cute.
What?
He's so cute.
He's kind of cute.
We suck.
Oh, my
Mister. Use the force we do. Does that work?
No, it's terrible. So this is see what you've done, Heath. I'm blaming Heath on the text line for all of this unraveling now.
You know the Mista lady? I think I killed her with my car.
What is that Sandler? Which one?
That's Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. Mista.
Get me out of here! All right, lady.
217-359-2255. That's your number for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Let us know who won our summer blockbuster draft. It is The Drive.
Flooring Surfaces is ready for your next renovation. We stock football fields for the flooring in our Champaign warehouse. Porcelain tile with large formats, dozens of options, all in stock, along with Cushion Tech waterproof vinyl, and deals on closeout backsplash tile. And don't forget about premium thin sets, performance grouts, tools, trowels, and adhesives. Flooring Surfaces is your local supplier for all kinds of in-stock flooring. See us today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
BMW, Buick, GMC, Honda, and Subaru. Welcome to Sarah Champagne. We can handle all your car repairs on site, including paintless dent repair, bumpers, windshields, everything in between. We have an amazing selection of new or pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Shop from home and buy online or reserve your vehicle before it hits our website or dealership. Sarah Champagne is home of the Sarah One Price Promise, delivering an honest and transparent buying experience. Hurry in or shop online at sarahchampagne.com.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Hi, Ellen Hook here, owner of your local Ashley. The summer savings event is on now at Ashley, and the more you spend, the more you save. For a limited time, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend throughout the store. That's right, spend $2,000, save $200. Spend $3,000, save $300. The savings keep adding up. Whether you're furnishing one room or your entire home, now is the perfect time to get the style, comfort, and quality you deserve for less. But hurry, the summer savings event ends August 3rd at Ashley, 602 West Anthony Drive.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen, that is Evan Stone. Quintern, the intern, in studio with us. We just had our summer blockbuster draft. Who picked the Star Wars song, huh? Who's driving that point?
Have you watched the video of Luke and Han and Chewie
doing
walking?
What?
They're walking down the banquet hall, but without music.
I think I have.
Oh my gosh, it's one of the greatest videos I've ever seen in my entire
Why
life.
did I see that? Because it's not like somebody showed that to me.
And they would put Chewie's growl in later.
Oh,
So they would have him just yell at the time, though. So there's no music, and it's just him going,
I
It's
think we learned about
incredible.
this in it was my TV production class. It was my
It's
TV production
incredible.
class. We had to watch that video to learn how they did it. It was cool.
Quinn, do you want to put Star Wars on your list? Do you want to have it?
No, I don't.
All right. Evan, do you want it?
Nobody can have it.
It's over. It's Jover.
217-359-2255. Heath, I'm feeling pretty beaten down. Okay, buddy. Heath on the text line. Shout out to Heath Hamilton. If you missed it, go ahead and run through the list one more time from our draft real quick, Evan Stone.
Quinn took Top Gun, E.T., Grease, Mission Impossible, Jurassic World. Good list.
Very good list.
Appreciate it.
I think we all did well this time. I took Dark Knight, Saving Private Ryan, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Great pick. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Mad Max Fury Road. Curtis took Jaws, Jurassic Park, Independence Day, Back to the Future.